and the peace, intoxicated with dreams. I wished for everything, and I scrambled like a rock star, overturning fans to the door. Help, I shouted, where are the beautiful women? Where's the dope? Give me a beer. Sure, I had the answer, and my poetry, pretentious but true, like to cloak itself in brilliance. How about that? This is called knowledge and experience. I've slithered through the underground and partied in penthouses. I've ridden in rickshaws and been chauffeured in Rolls Royces. I've been sober, I've been drunk, been a playboy, been a punk, and I still don't know what's going on. This is the last one. It's called I Did All Those Things. My boots beating out a rhythm in 1968 London, living dream-fueled between Jamaican blues and Carnaby Street colors, hash and tobacco spliffs, rock and roll would rule the world, and my wings were ready to catch that wind. Blinded by fantasy, I leapt from the cliff and fell. Caught by the cushion of the 60s, I bounced without a plan, chasing freedom, trading art for manna from heaven, pretty girls and magic intoxicants. I became a ghost in people's lives, a minstrel spouting poems, sleeping on their floors and couches, philosophizing, philandering, and feeding on the fire of self-delusion. I did all those things. Speeding down a Mexican highway, windows open, wind in my long hair, Rolling Stones bluesing it up on the 8-track, passing a joint, we sang along. I was wearing leather pants and a white cotton shirt with brown rocks, cactus green, vast blue sky flying by. It was 1970. The future was right there beside me. The existential physicality of the smoke, the beer, the rock and roll, gleam in my eye. The world was changing and this road was leading to the heart of the poem, I thought. I did all those things. Motorcycling across the western United States, the golden deserts and red mountains of Arizona, adobe huts wearing necklaces of Chile and New Mexico, the green canyons of Colorado, along the Salmon River like a ribbon through the sky, between the peaks and plateaus, across the tip of Idaho and into Montana, Glacier Park and Canada, dropping back down the coast of Washington, Oregon, and California until thrown from my bike, I came into consciousness in a Santa Rosa hospital, full of blank spots. The confidence I had forged from the unlikely sources of Einstein, Buber, and Buddha smashed like my skull. I barricaded myself in a bedroom of my mother's house, drinking, smoking, carousing, writing in tongues. I did all those things. A one-way ticket to India carried me from that bedroom into the unknown, searching for my Aleph, as Borges called it. But hiding behind my familiar smoke screen, I traveled incognito. On second-class sleepers across Asia, sipping tea with rickshawwallas, squatting in the chai stalls of Calcutta, smoking a chillum with saffron-robed sadhus beside the Ganga in Varanasi as funeral pyres flamed and bodies rose in smoke and ash inhaled by the sky. I thought of the end of thought in the temples and Wats from Chiang Mai to Mae Sai along the smoky Burmese border, drinking Mekong whiskey with the brown-skinned bar girls of Bangkok, their price tag smiles and sexual skills legendary and awesome as the guru's enigmatic grin. Sitting shoulder to shoulder on 24-hour Tower of Babel refugee jungle bus rides from 50-cent hotel to 50-cent hotel, down the Malay Peninsula, through the colonial rubber forests and native markets, among the self-mutilating Muslim worshippers and Hindu snake charmers. An observer, imbibing whatever was necessary to create fantasy, a life that made sense of the senselessness by cataloging it in poems, so the juxtaposed images would show the world, like an alcoholic looking in the mirror, a moment of clarity, so the world would change its ways. I did all those things. I was insane, but I found the path that had to change was mine. Today, the present is the present. The future is not beside me, pent up in leather pants and a head full of rock and roll. I'm not bursting with anything but gratitude. I don't regret a thing I did or did not do. I did all those things and more.
Hi, my name is Simeon.